Tell us about getting Anubis. Did you see any of David Palfy's performance beforehand?
Of course, yeah, and he was very, very regal in his movements, and that's what I watched most of all. Because I mean, how much more can you really convey other than in a physicality than
Yeah, it's a
than what he
mask.
did, right? So I thought wonderful work, and all I could do is remain that consistent, that in that level, uh, and once again, I don't mean to throw anything away. I was only there for a moment, and the recognition in that moment was that I give him his 8 years due previous to, and to the unhooding, yeah, I liked it. I tried to. Did I?
I
I
think
don't
so.
know.
Yeah, the
Okay.
physicality came through. We had
Okay,
never
great.
seen him, and you're right. It's all based on movement. The only one who ever got a good look at him was Daniel, and that wasn't even
Right.
us. So, um,
And I hoped recognized that movement before it was, yeah. And I saw it in Peter's direction though too.
tell us about getting that role.
Oh man. Yeah. I hadn't had the opportunity for, I guess, like a couple months to see this casting director. And I found myself going like, what is that? What am I not doing? Like, what's going on? And his assistant called me in. And I thought, well, okay, well, they're being nice to me and thank you very much. Okay. And they showed me this part that had been established by someone else for 8 years previous, and that we want someone to take it serious, to be groovy about that. There's someone else in this. This is just a moment of time that is about reverence to what was there, and because his name is Sean Cossey. He's a great guy.
Hmm.
He he was the assistant at the time, and he didn't let anything out of the bag, but he said, Dean, I know you can do this. I've never had that really in any other, from any casting director, whether they're assistant or any, because that was why they call us in, right? And we
Yeah.
should know that as actors, that they want us to win too, right? But I heard him wanting me to win too, and wanting me to get this role because I can do it. And so I took it seriously when preparing, and it's said that I knocked it out of the park in the audition, and that and this is what Mike Greenberg said, and that and I've known Brad all the way back from Neon Rider. He was one of the writers on that as well. Brad Wright,
Hmm.
yeah, and I knew him way back then, and I I didn't want to didn't want to intrude. He wasn't even on set at the time, but it was they all, when they welcomed me, they welcomed me with that, and so I was like, okay, the casting director wanted me to get this. They wanted me to get it, and I hadn't auditioned for Stargate at all, not even once, for the 8 years previous. And all I knew is that, well, it's kismet. Okay, I'm not going to fool around. I'm not going to mince words. I'm not going to say the wrong words because I'm dyslexic. Sometimes I get them backwards. So I'm not going to do any of that. And and I didn't. Gratefully I kicked butt. And I'm so just overwhelmed by everything that came since, the relationships and the depth of performance and things that Peter can pull out of anybody, is just once again another lovely relationship culmination. To have Peter DeLuise direct me in it, to to have his laughs, and we did it in one take. I got a scratch and go card. Yeah, well, he did. He give you a car, like a scratch winning ticket, for
Yes.
for cash. Yeah,
Yeah.
and if like a prize, he's
Yep.
so
He's
funny.
good about that.
And, yeah, and I think, hey, reward your little meat puppets, because we got to do it. So, and in all of that, it's just it was just love, right? And you it just and ever since. So, and I've taken that on to several other television shows like Riverdale and Twilight, like that. That same sort of camaraderie. Yeah, it's been cool.
There is something to be said for playing the villain, especially the one villain that cannot be killed. Not sure how familiar you are with Anubis's backstory, but this one we can't erase him. All we can do is keep him occupied. And there was something that was kind of scary about that, because SG-1 was known for wiping out bad guys and, getting rid of the gold, but this was one that managed to get stuck, and you just can't keep this one down. If it wasn't for Oma de Sala interceding later on in that season, we couldn't we couldn't get rid of this guy. Mama Knox Erica says wanted to know, is there anything delicious about playing the villain? In this case, Stargate's ultimate evil.
There's lots of delicious cookies. Yes, Mama. I love that ability to not have to. We're all in a place of masks, each of us as human beings, okay? And so in this guy, Anubis, he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to wear any masks. He doesn't have to be a face. He doesn't have to. His presence and essence is the ultimate that can't, as you said, can't be killed, right? Motivations and whatnot are not evil. It's about power. It's about that by any degree, from what I understood. And so that's delicious. That's delightful. That's what could I do with that, right? And you can chew that. I'm drooling as it's happening. Yes, delightful.
There is, I think, a portion of all of us and I've talked about the shadow on this show a little bit, the darker part of our nature that you get to indulge in when playing something so off the wall. There's something that's freeing about it. Not like you actually go out and do it, but your sensibilities can alter a little bit to a point where it's like, in this particular case for you, I am the ultimate badass, and I know I am the ultimate badass. And I am going to rule throngs.
Yes, David. Everything you just said. Exactly, right? And no rules, no masks, no have-tos, no, I am the end-all and be-all of what's being said. And, I judge me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Did you get to spend any time with Cliff Simon at any of these events?
I had the most wonderful pleasure of not only spending a lot of time with Cliff, but getting advice, guidance, and ultimately friendship from Cliff. His passing, as I know for everyone,
it's devastating.
Will forever be a day that's. But the thing about Cliff is he lived his life, man. Think about how he went. He went having fun, the blast, the most fun of his life, right?
Yep.
So but with the gift of his friendship and the guidance, I truly have taken on him as a mentor, and did when I first came. It was 2005, my first GateCon convention, or convention of any, and then I crashed every other one. And Cliff really did take me under his wing, and I was a smoker. He was a smoker. He liked to roll up his drum cigarettes, and we always had a lovely chat. And I love that guy.
Thanks for watching this clip from Dial the Gate. If you enjoyed the video, give us a thumbs up. It's our goal to share a new Stargate story every day while we're on break. Please feel free to subscribe to future episodes here on YouTube. And if you have Stargate friends who might like this clip, let them know about us. Be sure to visit dialthegate.com to view the complete archive, as well as transcripts from past interviews. I'll see you on the other side.